This is a runner duck. Look how cute this thing is. So these guys are about 2 weeks old. So we're starting to put them outside and incorporate them to the great outdoors so they get climatized. They still don't have their true feathers. So they still have their little baby fur on them. So they're not great at controlling their body temperature right now. So it is important that we have heat for them. So it is warm outside, so they're totally fine right now outside. However, we do bring them indoors and they have a little brooder plate and even additional heat because we have 10 of these little buggers. And they are so cute. They are so messy. And yeah, so we can kind of touch on duck care if you'd like. It's really important certain things to consider when it comes to these little guys or any other ducks. Dog seems to really like this little guy. There you go. So we did get 10 runner ducks and they are so much fun, but they are a lot of work, especially when they're indoors. So they are really cool. And right now I have secured, because we have cats, of course, and dogs, and there's other predators here as well. So we wanted to make sure that we secure the outside, and I just Mickey Mouse something, but it works. It's keeping the cats at bay, and the dogs probably won't bother them, but we don't want them to run away or other predators trying to hunt them down. So it is important that we take care of these little guys. They are our responsibility before they fully go outside and get feathered and are able to control their body temperature. So yeah, so I'll just give you a quick rundown about a few things that we've learned about care for these little munchkins. So they are super cute. These are runner ducks, so they are skittish ducks in general. So it's important to kind of handle them a lot, which we don't have that much time for. However, we do handle them a fair bit just to kind of even move them from inside to outside. So food. So we do get the chicken crumble, the chicken starter, has to be unmedicated. So when you go to your home hardware or local store, feed store, if they don't have duck crumble or starter, you can get the chicken starter, but it has to be non-medicated, and you have to add brewer's yeast to it for their development of their beak and their little flippers and stuff like that. So it has to have brewer's yeast. So you add a little bit of brewer's yeast every time you feed them, but they are totally good on chicken starter, which is easier to find. So this is kind of what I put together. This structure here, this metal structure, is from like an old box that we got the mill in. So we just kept it because, let's face it, on the homestead we tend to not throw out anything. So we did keep this, which is kind of light, but it is metal. So it did a decent structure. And then what I did is basically put chicken wire all the way around to keep them safe and keep them there. I did use lawn, what do you call them, like landscaping lawn staples to keep this down as well, because I don't want any predators to come underneath to get them. I did put straw down just so they have somewhere warm to go to, and ducks need water. They absolutely need water at all times. So that is super, super important. They get very grumpy if they don't have water. And of course, with this structure, it's important to have a top as well, because we have cats and cats be cats, right? So we did that and just kind of secured everything. It's not Fort Knox by all means. However, it's going to keep them in, and the cats and any other predators kind of hanging around out. So, but this gives them an opportunity to start them outside during the day. And again, we bring them indoors at night. So indoors, we have a dog crate that we use. Hi. So we have a dog crate inside the house that we use, and it's pretty big because there's 10 of them and they're growing pretty fast. So we use a dog crate, and then I can change the tray out every single day. Again, lots of water, lots of food, and a heat source as well. So we have a brooder plate that we use, and with that brooder plate, I also in addition have like a little space heater for them to make sure that they're warm, especially the early days in there. So it is important that they stay nice and toasty and warm. And that's about it. I mean, they're a little bit messy. However, they're pretty easy to take care of. Just keep them fed, keep them water, and keep them warm. So like most little ones. And then at about maybe 4 to 5 weeks, depending on the weather, I'd like to start putting them outside. So we're going to make sure that they have an area outdoors where they are safe from predators, of course. They don't really need much in terms of even housing. We do have a little duck house, but honestly, they barely ever use it. They're very hardy. They're not like chickens where they need a nesting box, where they need a perch to sleep on and perch. They don't really need a lot of shelter. That's just a huge bonus. They're just very hardy animals, which I absolutely love. And their eggs are amazing. So fingers crossed. Most of these are girls, and we get some eggs next year, probably in spring. So yeah, but that'll be fun to deal with right now. And we're going to set up a little area with them for them out back by the chickens. And I'll show you how that is down the road, so you can kind of see and follow us and see how we do. And these guys are going to be so much fun. We're probably going to put a kiddie pool so they'll have lots of water. They can swim around and make a mess of it. Anyways, just follow along, and I will do my very best to do more videos on our animals and the garden, of course, and our homestead in general. Thanks for tuning in.